All right, hey everyone, Alex here with Spondy Strong. What I want to show you today are 3 strength training exercises that can be specifically beneficial for those with AS. They focus on supporting good posture, strengthening the back, strengthening the core, muscles that really help us remain upright, help us remain stable. Now, these exercises may not be for everyone, so it's always best to consult your physician before you start a new training program. If you feel any pain with any of these exercises today, please step away from that particular exercise. So the 3 exercises today, the glute bridge, the bird dog, and the dead bug, all can be done on the ground. I want everyone to find a comfortable range of motion with all these exercises today. Please go at your own pace, and the focus is going to be slow, controlled, especially if you're just starting a new training program and just starting strength training. So the first exercise today, it's going to be on our backs, the glute bridge, feet down, and first we're going to focus on this starting point, getting our whole back into the ground comfortably. So if you find there's a pretty big arch in that low back, we're going to first work on squeezing the abdominals, so pulling the belly button in towards the spine to get rid of that low back arch. There can be a small arch, but we don't want it to be too flared through that low back. We want to work on engaging the abs, so pulling the belly button in towards the spine, squeezing the abdominals, also maybe squeezing the shoulder blades together to get that good foundation, tension into the ground. Feet about hip width apart. We're going to first focus on back nice and flat, pressing through the feet towards the ceiling, comfortable range, glutes, core active, all the way down. Reset. So every time you reset, you want that low back, that mid back, to try to touch the ground comfortably, safely, keeping the abs squeezed. All the way down. So really pressing through the feet, pressing through the heels. Go a comfortable range for you. So it's not about lifting as high as you can. It's about engaging the right muscles and getting this nice postural position. All the way down here. Keeping the abs squeezed, especially through the motion. We don't want to arch through that low back. We want to keep the back as straight as we can. We're just focused on strengthening the right muscles here. Couple more. Pressing through the feet. Controlled. I'm going to do 2 more. Excellent. So exercise number 1, the glute bridge, a great foundation to get started, strengthening the glutes, strengthening the core. But we're also working that postural position where we can really reset the alignment and work on staying pretty upright, but using the ground as a good base. So the second move here today, the bird dog, we're going to flip over, hands under the shoulders. And we first want to work that foundation just like we did in the last move, getting nice and straight, abs engaged. So I don't want to be too arched with the back. I don't want to be rounded. First, I want to pull the belly button in towards the spine, engage the abs, engage the glutes, good foundation, nice and straight. And once we're here, we're going to go opposite limbs here. So right arm, left leg are going to reach out and come back in. Then we're going to switch. Left arm, right leg. But the idea is to remain nice and stable. So as we don't want to arch through the low back as we reach. We don't want to overreach. It's about that comfortable range of motion, keeping that alignment, keeping the core active. So find the best range for you. Slow, controlled, opposites. If you need a little more pause between each one to reset, pull the abs in. Trying to remain pretty stable here with the hips and the shoulders straight into the ground. So we're not leaning towards one way. We're really working great core stability. Keeping the abs squeezed. And we're working on the back and the hamstring, the posterior chain. I love this movement because you get great blood flow, get the joints moving. So with the strength, we're now working on mobility also. Couple more here. So slow, controlled. Go the right range for you. Maybe that just looks like some nice and small repetitions at first before you work it up. Excellent. Find the best range for you, and then over time you can slowly work it up. But first, it's about that foundation, about the core, the glutes, that good solid base in the posture. So last exercise of the day, to finish this out, we're going to be back on our backs here. That first principle of really trying to get the abs engaged, get the back into the ground. So squeezing the belly button in towards the spine. And once we get that engagement, shoulders maybe squeeze together a little bit if you're feeling rounded in the upper body. Back's engaged. We're going to bring both arms and both knees up. And first, we're going to focus on keeping the abs tight, low back touching as best as you can. And once we do that, again, like the last exercise, we're going to go opposite. So right arm, left leg reach, bring it back. Start with this kind of small range of motion. And the idea is we're keeping the back engaged, core engaged, and we're trying not to let that low back come off the ground as we reach. So great stability. And if that's okay, you can increase the range a little bit. If things are starting to fatigue, reset yourself. Nothing wrong with resetting, giving the muscles a break. Reset the back, reset the abs, and then getting back into it. Low back engaged into the ground. Nice and controlled. Abs stay squeezed. Couple more here. All right, excellent. So that's a great way to start strength training with AS. Some things to think about. First, resetting the posture, working on the alignment, and then slow, controlled movements here. Comfortable range of motion, then over time you can work it up. So with these 3 moves today, I would focus on about 6 to 10 reps to start. We did 1 round, maybe focus on 1 or 2 rounds to start if it's comfortable. Thank you to the SAA for this great partnership. Great work today, everyone. Keep it moving.